I will call this meeting to order. It's the regularly scheduled meeting of the Transportation and Public Works Committee. Councilman Reich, I chair the committee, and I'm joined by my colleagues, Council members Johnson, Palmisano, Fletcher, and Gordon. We are a quorum and will proceed with today's agenda this day, April 23rd, 2019. We have 18 items. 4 of them are public hearings. The remainder are consent. I'll go through the consent items. Any committee member can pull them for further consideration. I will begin with item number 5 on the consent, which is the West Broadway Improvement Special Service District Renewal Ordinance. Item 6 is the 2019 Alley Renovation Program, project designation, cost estimate, and setting the public hearing. That will be for June 11th of this year. Item 7 is Weber Parkway from 44th Avenue North to Lyndale Avenue North and Humboldt Avenue North, from Penn Avenue to Lyndale Avenue, street reconstruction project, layout approval. Item 8 is the agreement with the Metropolitan Council for the ACT traffic solutions for signal control along the light rail system. Item 9 is a temporary easement and right-of-way entry agreements with Hoyer Heights neighborhood sanitary reconstruction project. Item 10 is the construction easements for Mid-City Industrial Phase 2 reconstruction project. Item 11 is the construction easements for the North Loop reconstruction project. Item 12 is a cooperative agreement with the Hennepin County for the 61st Street West Street reconstruction project. Item 13 is the cooperative agreement with Hennepin County Regional Rail Authority for the Fremont Avenue Midtown Greenway Bridge Replacement Project. Item 14 is the grant from the Recycling Partnership of Multifamily Recycling Support. Item 15 is the Sustainable Policy Response to Urban Mobility Transportation, aka Sprout, Minneapolis designee. Item 16 is the contract amendment with Lametti & Sons for the Minnehaha Avenue sanitary replacement. 17 is the bid for fine aggregate. That is the low bid. And the final item on consent is the bid for the Hennepin Avenue water main replacement project. Does committee members want to pull any item on consent? Seeing none, I'll move all items as submitted. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Dissenting name. That carries, and we can now move to our public hearing portion, starting with item number 1. Good morning, Director Hutchinson.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, members of the committee. We have 4 public hearings today as we are preparing for construction season. The first of which is Evergreen Drive street resurfacing, the project approval and assessment presented by Mike Kennedy, the Director of Transportation Maintenance and Repair.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Chair, members of the committee. Mike Kennedy, Director of Transportation Maintenance and Repair for Public Works. Today we are here for the public hearing for the Evergreen Drive resurfacing project. On January 18th, 2019, the City Council designated the location, streets, and improvements to be made in this year's program. Evergreen Drive is in the 2019 street resurfacing program. It's a local street from 23rd Avenue South to 25th Avenue South and was reconstructed in 1978, and the condition of the street warrants this work. The project has roughly $84,000 in proposed special assessments. The proposed street resurfacing special assessments were determined by applying the 2019 uniform assessment rates to the land of the benefited parcels located within the street influence zone along those streets. The 2019 resurfacing rates are 66 cents per square foot for non-residential properties and 22 cents per square foot for residential properties. So the proposed total assessment is exactly $83,777.98. So therefore, our proposal today is passage of a resolution ordering the work to proceed and adopting special assessments and that amount, and passage of a resolution requesting the Board of Estimate and Taxation to authorize the city's issuance and sale of assessment bonds in the amount of $83,780 for the project. That's my presentation. If anybody has questions, I'd be happy to take them.
Any questions for staff per the presentation? Seeing none, I will open the public hearing. Anyone signed in? Does anyone wish to come forward and make comment? Anyone wish to come forward? Seeing no one indicating a wish to come forward, I will close the public hearing and move the item as presented by staff. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Dissenting nay. That carries, and we can now move to item 2.
Mr. Chair, again, Mike Kennedy. I'll make the presentation on the 14th Avenue alley construction, Northeast alley construction. On November 10th, the Council adopted 2019 uniform assessment rates for alley construction. The project is part of the CPV 063 unpaved alley program. This alley is located south of 14th Avenue Northeast between Pierce Street Northeast and Buchanan Street Northeast. The project will consist of removing the existing surface and gravel, installing new storm sewer, and placing new concrete pavement and related items and work. The project is anticipated to begin construction this season, and the total project cost estimate is $370,414. The funding breakdown is between net debt bonds, special assessments, and sewer funds as enumerated in the letter. There are $44,538.49 in special assessment bonds. Those bonds are going for the alley pavement itself. The proposed alley construction special assessments were determined using a formula that combines the benefited land area with an annually established uniform assessment rate. The 2019 alley construction rates are the same for both residential and non-residential properties at 29 cents per square foot. So today we propose passage of a resolution ordering the work to proceed and adopting special assessments in the amount of $44,538.49 for this project, and passage of a resolution requesting the Board of Estimate and Taxation authorize the city's issuance and sale of assessments bonds in the amount of $44,540 for the project. Again, that's my presentation. If there's any questions, I'd be happy to take them.
Any questions per the presentation by staff? See no questions, I will open the public hearing. Anyone signed in? Anyone wish to come forward and make comment? Anyone wish to come forward? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Appreciate the work. I know we're chipping away. We have a few roads and a few alleys that are from a
bygone era.
Yeah, a bygone era, previous century sort of treatment, and we are upgrading them. So very welcome project. Though it seems small on the map, it's a big deal in the community. With that, any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of item number 2, say aye.
Aye.
Dissenting nay. That carries. We can go now to public hearing number 3.
Mr. Chair, members of the committee, this next item is the project approval and assessments for the Hennepin Avenue South project between Lake Street and 31st Street. This is limited to the special assessments for additional work on top of the construction that's already occurred. Stephanie Malmberg is our project manager and project engineer, and she'll present additional information on this project.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chair and members of the committee. My name is Stephanie Malmberg, and I'm an engineer with the Division of Transportation Engineering and Design in Public Works, and I'm here to present at the public hearing for the Hennepin Avenue South Streetscape, project number 6763S CPV 121. The project location is located on Hennepin between Lake Street and 31st Street. It involves the removing of existing 15-foot light poles, refurbishing and reinstalling the 16-foot poles as banner poles. The intent is to add banner arms and to add an outlet to each pole. On September 19th in 2018, a petition process was initiated and resulted in 51% of the properties in agreement with the proposed improvement, as well as the cost of $72,000. The total assessment value for each property is based on lineal street frontage and comes to $66.05 per lineal foot. Today Public Works is asking the City Council to order the work to proceed, adopt special assessments, and authorize the Department of Estimates and Taxation to issue and sell the assessment bonds. And that concludes my presentation.
Are there any questions per the presentation? Seeing none, I will open the public hearing for item number 3. Anyone signed in? Anyone wish to come forward? Anyone wish to come forward? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing and move the item as described in the staff presentation. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Dissenting nay. That carries, and we can go to item number 4.
Mr. Chair, members of the committee, item 4 is the 33rd Street reconstruction project approval, assessment, and areaway abandonment. This item will be presented by project engineer Alabel Mahari, and I'll welcome Alabel up to give a short presentation.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Chair and members of committee. My name is Alabel Mahari.
I'm a project engineer with Transportation Engineering Design Division of Public Works. Today I'm presenting for a public hearing for 33rd Street East Reconstruction Project, CT project number 2296, CPV 125. The proposed project consists of reconstructing 33rd Street East Street from Hiawatha Avenue to Minnehaha Avenue. Elements included are full removal of the existing roadway, new pavement, new curb and gutter, ADA compliant ramps, pump out treatment. The project will also include planted boulevard with trees, railroad crossing improvement, new signage, pavement marking, and stormwater improvement. The total project cost is $2,056,208. The street reconstruction assessment is $399,520.68, based on the 2019 Uniform Assessment Rates and Influence Area Method. That is $2.63 per square foot for non-residential property, 87 cents per square foot for residential property. These assessments are payable over a 20-year period. The rest of the funding sources are $400,000 in net debt bonds, $1.9 million in MSA funds, and $25,000 in storm sewer funds. Staff has conducted numerous outreach activities throughout the planning and design of the project. City Council provided layout approval for the project on November 27 of 2018. In advance of today's public hearing, staff hosted a pre-assessment meeting to provide an overview of the project, discuss planned improvements, and answer any questions related to the assessment method and process. This meeting was held on April 15 with 4 people attending. Today, Public Works is asking City Council to pass a resolution ordering the work to proceed, adopting the special assessments, authorizing the sales of the assessment bonds, and authorizing abandonment and removal of areas in conflict with the project. That concludes my presentation. I will stand by for questions.
Any questions per the staff presentation? Seeing none, I will open the public hearing. This is public hearing number 4. Anyone signed in? Anyone wish to come forward? Please come forward and state your name and address for the record.
I'm Hugo Puranen, owner of R&T Cement along this corridor. My concern is the city's proposal of curb bump outs along this short corridor due to the amount of truck traffic, including our own trucks, which even with the way the street is now, it's difficult for trucks to make the turns. And with the bump outs, it's going to be more difficult. And the trucks would actually have to go over the bump outs in order to constitute the turns. And we have had all of the business owners, state this, and so I'm wondering if there's any way to eliminate the bump outs in reconstructing the street in their proposed plan. I think they said that the bump outs would make it more, would be safer for pedestrian traffic, but I think to make it safer for pedestrian traffic, I think a 4-way stop at the corner of 33rd and Snelling would be actually safer for pedestrian and vehicle traffic than the bump outs.
Thank you for that commentary, and we'll have
Okay.
the project manager respond to that query. Anyone else wish to come forward, make comment? Anyone else come forward? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing, and perhaps we can comment on the proposed layout of this project, given the stakeholders' concerns raised.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Don Elwood, I'm the Director of Transportation Engineering Design for Minneapolis Public Works. There's a couple issues that were brought up. One is the curb bump outs. Those curb bump outs, we do want those in place. We looked at these during the layout process. Trucks can make the turn. We do that as an engineering analysis from the geometric perspective, so we can make those turns with those trucks. It improves the pedestrian safety by shortening up the crossing. So we think this is the right way to go, and that's why we had the layout approved as is. The other issue on maybe a stop sign, that becomes more of a question on traffic operations. And so we also look at these corridors for the traffic operations perspective. If in the future that's warranted, then we'd take a look at that. But right now, we're fine with it as operating as it does today.
So the sign would be a subsequent analysis and a subsequent process.
Mr. Chair, that's correct. Once the corridor is finally built, if there's any perceived problems, we'd then take a look at it.
And, maybe we can have some of our truck drivers sort of demonstrate how to make the turn. Might be of value to the local truck drivers.
Mr. Chair, thanks for mentioning that. I was talking to Alabel there. He said we'd be more than happy to work with all the property owners, including the concrete plant there, to make sure that all the things work, driveways and turning motions, et cetera.
Good. Well, it's good that he came forward. We've made that connection, and we can proceed in a mutual manner. So thank you for that. Any further questions from the committee? See none, I will move the item as described by staff. All in favor say aye. Aye. Dissenting nay. That carries, and we have pretty much concluded our agenda. We are thereby adjourned. Thank you, everyone.